Welcome to HP Tuner's Ford Gen 1 Coyote Training Part 3. In this training tutorial, we're going to be taking a look at doing an overview of our VCM Scanner software. The Scanner software allows us to do the data logging, looking at all of our information and data capture so that we can analyze it and make changes into our VCM editor software in the actual calibration files. We're going to be looking at that process here, getting familiar, getting comfortable with the software to move into future training tutorials in our training course. Without further wait, let's jump in so we can check this out.
Okay, so let's get started. We're going to be taking a look at working with our VCM Scanner software. We're going to be doing an overview of the software, understanding how everything works, just to get a feel for working with everything, getting comfortable. When we move through the training course, as we start to learn the calibration process, we're going to be coming in here and using our VCM Scanner software heavily. So this is the other half of the software that we need to be familiar with and work with, other than the VCM editor software. So the last video we took a look at the editor software. This video is going to be the scanner software. So the order of operations is always going into the file, making some changes, flashing the file, coming into the VCM Scanner software, logging the changes that we've just made, understanding and interpreting the data, looking at all the sensor information. We'll learn how to do that as we go through the training videos in the training course. And then using that data and analyzing it and coming to a conclusion of what we need to change, we'll jump back into our VCM editor software and update the calibration file, flash it to the vehicle, and then do the process again. Jump back into the scanner software, scan the vehicle, learn the information that it's showing in our data here, and then if we need to make any more changes, we'll do so in the VCM editor. So we're going to be going back and forth between either software that we're going to work with here. So it's important that we understand the VCM Scanner software and take advantage of it because it can unlock calibrating and tuning our vehicle very, very efficiently, as long as you know what to look for and what you're doing. And that's what we're going to start off with here. We're just covering the basics. We're not going to dig into all the specifics, just understanding what we need to know to get started. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is just jump into the top of the software here and look through the drop-down menu. We can find here in our drop-downs, we have log file, vehicle, layout, tools, and help. Down below here, we also have these icons that we can click on. Now, a lot of the icons are grayed out because we don't have a data log file open. We're also not live with the vehicle. So we're in the offline state, as we like to call this. So offline is when we're not connected, we're not powered on, we don't have our MPVI cable plugged into the OBD2 port, or even if we're in the car, as I'm sitting in here right now, I have my cable plugged into the OBD2 port, but the vehicle's not powered on. So we have no ability to actually create a data log, to start the data log and stop a data log. We can only open up a data log file in the offline mode. Now, if we go up here into our log file, we see we have an open and a close option. We also have save log file as. In this case, we can't save anything because we haven't created a log file to take a look at. But if I go to open log file, it's going to allow me to go into a specific folder that we've created for the project that we're working with and where we have saved the calibration file from the vehicle. Let's say we've went in, we've read the vehicle out, we've saved that file. Let's say we saved it as a new file name, we flashed a new file to the car. Wherever that folder that you've created, the subfolder, it'll automatically look for and populate the data logs there. So if you save a data log, it automatically go to that folder associated to your project. If you are going in and opening a data log, you want to look for it, you can find it right into the folder. So in this case, there's a 2013 example here. We're not going to find anything in this particular file location. That's the last location that I had open looking for a calibration file. I think we looked at that in the last tutorial. That's where we sourced just an example file to open up. So it'll automatically try to populate and save to that folder. You want to make sure that you're saving to the correct folder, your log file. But in this case, we would want to open something up and take a look at it. So if we click open, we'd be able to open if it was in our folder. I don't have anything data logged yet. We'll look at data logging and then saving the file here in just a little bit. I'm just getting live with the car. Right now, again, we are in the offline mode. So let's go and click cancel. Now, log file, and then we'll go close log file. That just closes the file out. We also have save as, that allows us to save the file. And we have export log file. Export log file allows us to export the file out into various different file formats. The most popular is going to be a .csv. If you want to go and review your data log that you've captured here in your VCM Scanner software, there is a third-party software we can also work with for data analysis. That's called Megalog Viewer HD. If you export your file out in a .csv format, you can bring it into Megalog Viewer HD and also go in and use that software to analyze the data. It opens up a few more features that we don't find in our VCM Scanner software, such as going in and doing a scatter plot style log analysis. We don't have that in the VCM Scanner software here. I'm not going to cover the Megalog Viewer HD software because we don't necessarily need it, but it is another software that does exist, and that's what the export file here allows you to do. Export the file into a different file format instead of saving it into the specific format that the HP Tuner's VCM Scanner software here expects to save and open. We also have recent logs, and the recent logs, these are all of the log files that I had open at some point in time. So instead of going to log file open here, I can go to recent logs, and if it's something that I looked at recently, I can just go ahead and source this. You see there's a lot of data logs that I was looking at and dealing with here. In this particular case, there's everything from a Mustang to Subarus as I'm going through here because I use the HP Tuner software on a variety of different vehicles. Exit is going to be the same thing as going up here and closing in the X right there at the top of the screen on the upper right-hand corner, so we don't need to worry about that. Going into vehicle, there's a connect.
Thanks for checking out our teaser clip. If you want to see the rest of this video and more than 500 hours of current EFI training we have to offer, make sure you click right here. If you want to go and check out more teaser clips from this training course, click here, and you don't want to miss any of the videos we're going to be releasing on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and click here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.